Welcome to UNSHAKEN, the space where we speak truth, stir hope, and remind women like you that faith was never meant to be flashy, just firm. I'm your host, Kemi, and today I want to talk about something we often keep to ourselves. What do you do when faith feels silent? Maybe you're praying and hearing nothing. Maybe you're obeying God, showing up, doing the right things, but deep inside you feel disconnected, unseen, maybe even unheard. And if that's you right now, I just want to say this first. You are not alone, and you are not failing at faith. There's a kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful, it feels heavy, the kind that makes you wonder, God, are you even listening? Did I miss you somewhere? Did you forgotten about me? I know that silence. I've lived through seasons where I begged God to speak, where I fasted, prayed, wept, and all I got back was silence. But I've learned something powerful, something I want you to carry with you today. Silence from God is not absence of God. Let me say that again for the woman who needs it. Silence from God is not absence of God. The Bible is full of people who experience the silence of God. Job, a righteous man, said in Job 30, verse 20, I cry to you for help, and you do not answer me. I stand, and you only look at me. Even Jesus on the cross cried in Matthew 27, verse 46, my God, why have you forsaken me? That silence, it's real, it's biblical, it's never the end of the story. In both cases, God was never gone. He was working behind the scenes. He was shaping something deeper. In Jesus' case, it was the silence right before the greatest miracle in history. So I want to encourage you. God's silence is not his abandonment. It's often his preparations. If you're in quiet season, here are 4 things I want you to do. Be honest with God. Tell him how you feel. There's no need for perfect prayers. Say, God, I don't feel you, but I still trust you. Number 2, stay rooted in the Word. Even if it doesn't feel alive, stay in the Word. God's voice is still in those pages. Number 3, worship anyway. Worship shifts the atmosphere, not always around you, but always within you. Number 4, lean into community. Don't isolate. Silence can feel louder in loneliness. Find people who will speak life when your faith feels faint. Let me share a time when I felt silence deeply, not in singleness or dating, but right in the middle of my life as a wife, a mom, and a woman of faith, trying to hold it all together. There was a season where I felt spiritually dry. I was still serving, still showing up as a wife, as a mother, in ministry, but inside I felt disconnected. I would pray, but it feels my prayer was just bouncing off the walls. I remember one night sitting in the bathroom because honestly, it was the only quiet place in the house. And I just whispered, God, where are you? The silence wasn't angry, it was just empty. And I started to wonder, have I done something wrong? But slowly, God began to show up. He hadn't moved. I had just gotten so used to doing that I stopped simply being with Him. That season of silence became a turning point. Not because He shouted, but because I started listening differently. I made space for stillness, even if it was 5 minutes in the car before picking time. And in that stillness, I realized God isn't always loud, He is always near. Sis, if your prayer feels like they are bouncing off the ceiling, if your heart feels tired from waiting, if your faith feels more like a whisper than a roar, you're still held, you're still heard, you're still His, even in the silence. And one day, you will look back at the moment and realize God was closer in the quiet than you ever knew. So keep standing, keep showing up, and even when the silence stretches you, stay unshaken. Thank you for joining me for today's episode, When Faith Feels Silent. If it encouraged you, will you do me a favor? Share it with a friend, leave a review, or tag me on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, listen on Spotify, and subscribe. I love hearing how God is meeting you right where you are. And remember, faith doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. And even in the silence, we are never alone. Until next time, stay rooted, stay ready, and stay unshaken. Bye.